Will be closing. Combo everyone, my name is Katie and I'll be your safari driver today. Before we head out onto the reserve, I just have to go over a few safety reminders. Please remain seated at all times and keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck. Gonna wait a second until we get that all clear to be able to head on in. First we'll be heading into the Aturi Forest. Aturi Forest is home to many animals that use camouflage, so they may be a little bit harder to see. Over on the right-hand side is an okapi. Okapis may look like they're related to the zebra, but they're actually closely related to the giraffe. You can tell this by their similar skull structure. They also have a prehensile tongue, which means finger-like, helps them to be able to grab their food. Up on the right-hand side in the nest there, that's a saddle-billed stork. They get their name from the yellow marking on their bill, which is in the shape of a saddle. Their wingspan can get up to 9 feet wide, which is as wide as the canopy above your head. Wow. Over on the left-hand side is a black rhino. Black rhinos are mostly solitary, which means they're typically found by themselves. They have a triangular shaped mouth, which helps them to get their food as they're browsers, meaning they eat from plants and shrubs. Coming up on the right-hand side, the darker colored are bongos, lighter colored are greater cooters. Bongos are nicknamed the ghost of the forest. Both male and female bongos have horns. You can tell them apart because the males are darker in color than the females. The greater kudu, only males have horns, therefore all three of them are females. Both the bongo and greater kudu have those white stripes on their backs, which help them to blend in with the sun rays that shine through the trees. Just left the forest, and next we'll be heading into the Sahi River. Sahi River is home to many aquatic and semi-aquatic species. Birds on the right-hand side are pink-backed pelicans. They get their name from the pink coloration on their backs, which get brighter during mating season. Just like the other birds we saw, their wingspan also gets up to 9 feet wide. Over on the left-hand side is a hippo in the water there. Hippos can weigh up to 5,000 pounds, which is as much as a car. The word hippopotamus means river horse. They get this name because although they can swim, they prefer running alongside the bottom. On the left-hand side are some Nile crocodiles. Nile crocodiles have little bony plates on their backs. These bony plates are called osteoderms. They act as an armor, helping to protect them, as well as help them to maintain their body temperature. Nile crocodiles are one of the largest reptiles in the world. They can get up to 20 feet long, which is as long as a giraffe is tall. home to Africa's most famous species.
But in Texas, it was like cheap.
They usually have it.
Like that's what we drink. That's what we drink for hydration. And it was, and now it's like we're not at a point in our careers we can afford to have cocoa.
Not seeing anything quite yet, so we're just gonna keep going.
It's like we don't have water. It's like you can't have like water. You can't have water.
And it's like a web on the side.
We're on the right-hand side with the bighorns. That is an Ankole cattle. Ankole cattle are nicknamed Watu, so you have to do the people who first domesticated them. Their horns may look very heavy, but they are fairly light as they're mostly hollow inside with a honeycomb-like structure holding them together. Off to the left are some African painted dogs. They have their own unique patterns, which consist of splashes of blacks, browns, and whites. When they go hunting, they'll hunt in packs, bring the food back, and feed the pups first.
They're so cute. I love the pack.
Let's see how they fare.
Yeah, we're gonna check this out.
Some more to the left-hand side, in the far back. Those are some sable antelopes. Sable antelopes are the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Their horns get up to 5 feet long. They'll use them to defend and protect themselves. To the left-hand side are some more Ankole cattle. They are bovines just like buffalo and bison.
Of course you know that person.
Sorry, buddy.
On the right-hand side are some wildebeest. Wildebeest is an Afrikaans word for wild beast. They're also nicknamed Nu, spelled GNU. That is because that is the sound that they make. Wildebeest are a migratory animal. They migrate in groups of hundreds at a time. We're on the left-hand side are some Maasai giraffes. Maasai giraffes are named after the Maasai people who lived where they were first founded. Giraffes are the tallest animals in the world. They can get up to 20 feet tall. When they're born at about 6 feet already.
Reserve from Safari 32.
That's what garbage you get, maybe.
Oh my
You
god.
get blinded by the sunset, not just by.
Oh my god.
We are back on the
Giraffes typically sleep about 30 minutes a day. They do this by taking a bunch of power naps throughout. So they spend most of their day eating. They can eat up to 20 hours each day. Over to the left-hand side are some elands. Elands at their shoulder get up to 6 feet tall. Both male and female elands have horns. You can tell them apart because the male's horns are shorter and thicker, while the females are longer and thinner. You look at the spot patterns of the Maasai giraffes. It's more rough and jagged. This is how you can tell them and the reticulated species apart. Over on the left-hand side, it's an African elephant. Elephants are the largest animals in the world. Males can get up to 13,000 pounds. Females average about 8,000. Their trunks have over 100,000 different muscles in them. They'll use their trunks for many things such as eating, drinking, dust bathing, and even communicating with each other. On the left-hand side are some greater flamingos. When they hatch, they are a whitish gray color. As they get older, typically around the age of 2 is when they get that pink coloration. This is due to their diet. So their diets consist of brine shrimp. Brine shrimp has beta carotene in it, and that beta carotene gives them the pink coloration. So all the animals in the savannah work together to maintain the vegetation that we see. Elephants are going to be the bulldozers. They knock those trees down in order to get the leaves. Giraffes are the tree trimmers, reaching the leaves and branches at the very top. And then animals like zebras and wildebeest are the lawn mowers, since they graze that grass.
Reserve from Safari 35. I was stopped for about 10 seconds holding for a giraffe in the road, and now I'm going pulley behind as they walk towards giraffe park.
Up on the left-hand side are some cheetahs. Cheetahs can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. They have little black markings under their eyes. These black markings help to block out the sun. This is very important as they hunt during the day, so they need to be able to see their prey. Up ahead is a white rhino. White rhinos get their name from the word vite, which means wide, but it was mistranslated to white. They get this name due to their wide mouths.
Sorry, 3, depth 3 in the jog. Sorry, 3, depth 3 in the jog. Final show time 16:44.
What'd you say about me?
reserve from Safari 35. We're back up to show speed. Safari 4 is off its off.
Don't you do it? You saw the warning.
On the left, there are some African lions. Lions typically sleep between 16 to 20 hours a day. They do this to save their energy to hunt at night.
Oh, he's on the
Oh,
ball.
there you go. You see the ear?
So the females do the hunting while the males stay back to protect the cubs and territory.
Yeah, just her ear sticking up. Okay, yeah, then I did.
I can't even see that far.
We saw a little piece of a lion.
Around the right, another white rhino. So white rhinos are the most social of the 5 rhino species. Oftentimes you will see them in small groups. A group of them is called a crash. Over to the right hand side as well are some water bucks. Water bucks are typically found near sources of water as they rely heavily on it for their diet as well as their protection. They have a smelly, greasy liquid on their fur which helps with 2 things. It helps them to be able to find each other by smelling each other, as well as it acts as a waterproof so that they're able to go in the water to get away from any predators. Around the right hand side are some ostrich eggs. 1 egg can weigh up to 3 pounds, which is equivalent to 24 chicken eggs. That egg is so strong a person is actually able to stand on it without it cracking. We're entering into the Magadi Glen. Magadi Glen is home to the Warden's Post. It looks like the warden is raising some Nigerian dwarf goats. Nigerian dwarf goats are a very playful and social animal. Oftentimes you'll see them chasing after each other or headbutting. These are their play behaviors. They were first domesticated in Africa but are now found all over the world as a dairy goat.
They're just staring at me. You're not the difference. Move along. Right?
Unfortunately, our safari is coming to an end. Out on the reserve today, we saw a lot of animals that need our help. An easy way we can help them is simply reduce, reuse, and recycle. This includes reducing the amount of water used, such as when brushing our teeth, getting reusable products like reusable bags, straws, and silverware, as well as recycling any papers, plastics, electronics. If you got a park map today, any plastic shopping bags or plastic bottles, those are all recyclable. Here when I see some more African animals, I will be dropping you off near the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. This is home to gorillas, zebras, tigers, hippos, fish, birds, whole bunch of different animals. Inside there are cast members there to answer any questions about the animals you may have. It is about a 15 to 20 minute walking trail. If you have any wheelchairs, scooters, strollers, you can go ahead and bring them on in as it is fully accessible. If I have any wilderness explorers on my truck, you are riding the Simba 1. I'll wait here a second until it's our turn to drop you guys off. In the meantime, look around you. Make sure you have everything you came on here with. You don't want to leave anything behind, as it is a far walk back to Africa. Well, here in the Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye. It's far too sad, far too final. So instead we say Kwaherini, which means to go well. So go well, go wild, and go enjoy the rest of your day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom.